It's time for more Stronghold Legends. Yes, I was absolutely atrocious at it last time, so I don't suspect I'll be any better today, but it's worth a go, isn't it? Let's try our best. Again, single player Legends campaign. The coming of the Saxons.
One of Sir Bedivere's foot soldiers has arrived at the castle and informs us.
Welcome back, my lord. We are in a desperate state here. The Saxons have all but overrun us. Our small encampment in these ruins is all that remains of Uther's army. Our only hope lies in you reaching Sir Bedivere.
Watcher, I've decided to take an hour or so out of my
There is no need to worry
night
about our small settlement, my lord. I will take care of matters here while you rescue Sir Bedivere.
We're now taking a little bit more care to make sure we can try to do whatever we can do to make sure these guys don't die instantly like they did last time. I think I need to keep them sort of in
your command,
lines.
Sir. Forward, men!
So that while the ones at the front are attacking, the ones at the back can throw spears or something.
Move out! Your men-at-arms are ready. Forward!
Forward!
Yes, sir.
Sire, scouts report that the woods between us and Sir Bedivere are overrun with Saxons. You should make your way through these woods with caution.
Sir! Ready? At the double! Stay close! Men-at-arms! Forward! Our troops are under attack!
That's it. Come on, range attack.
Your command. Careful, men.
Damn it. Hey, Neil. Neil, today feels boring now, doesn't it?
Men-at-arms.
No
ready.
arcade action. You got to CES. That's nice.
Move it.
Mr. Revo.
This should be tough. Ready for battle, sir.
I have no idea why these guys aren't chucking the bloody spears.
Keep ranks.
Right, anyway, I guess it's time to keep going. Yeah, I agree, Neil. Painting walls.
Move out.
It's just literally like watching paint dry, but with more effort.
Forward. At the double.
But I did like it meeting up yesterday, so if you weren't following the last stream, we all met up for young Mr. Gary Pinkett's birthday, and we went to an arcade down south and played loads of games. And my favourite was the Fist of the North Star punching game and the weird flying machine pedal cycle game. Bridge Crew, Jared, I don't know. Maybe.
There are more
if you can
Saxon
find a
patrols
couple
than I
more
thought, my lord.
players for
We should
Bridge Crew,
avoid them if we
I can
can.
definitely fire that up. Let me know. But I'll let you canvas the appropriate. Maybe Mr. Dalton might be interested.
At the double.
At the double. Oh.
Steady, men. Careful, men. At your disposal.
This is terrible.
March! Attention! A tough fight. Your command, sir.
I don't care what world you live in, but if you've got one guy and he's being attacked by like 8 other guys,
stay close. Men-at-arms. Forward. Move it.
There's Sir Bedivere, sire.
The Bane
In the
volume's
gully,
loud.
up
Thanks,
ahead.
Neil. Sorry. Well, I'll go adjust that, shall I? The game volume. But Neil, tell me, what? How far did you get in your jobs today?
Your men-at-arms are ready. Yes, sir. Forward, men. We have new spears. What?
I told these fools it was merely a scrap.
Oh, I just realised the spear. Once they've thrown their spears, you see, they've lost them. That's the problem.
I'm sure that my sword arm will prove worthy to you.
Whoa, whitewash the room? New plaster? Neil, you are a regular handy Andy. I know, Kevin, it's like the weekend never happened, isn't it? That's how I feel anyway. This is so lame. I tell you what, why am I performing so badly at this game? Right, sod that. Let's try again. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, Becky, how's it going?
Welcome back, my lord. We are in a desperate state here. The Saxons have all but overrun us. Our small encampment in these ruins is all that remains of Uther's army.
Filler gets in the strange places. What I hate, Neil, is when you get filler underneath your nails and it dries out. That's the worst. It's got to be, right? Absolutely.
There is no need to worry about our small settlement, my lord.
No. Kevin, this is a family-friendly stream today. We're gonna be keeping it nice. We can keep the other kind of chat on the Discord before my channel gets banned. Right, now let's see. I'm just checking again to see if there's any resources. You have a granary. The granary does fill up, so I think that could affect the resources for building your pike. What's RE2, Michael? RE, it's not Resident Evil or something, is it? Religious education. Home economics. Becky? If you don't mind, I might want to pick your brain a bit later after this stream on Discord or on Twitter. Scott says, I want to bum you, family friendly. Oh, it disappeared. Yeah, so Becky, yeah, I want to have a word with you about some technical things, actually. It's science, and you're the most scientifically oriented person I know on this one. It's a bit of a top secret project I've got going on. Right, so I'm gonna send a guy out basically and try to lure the bad guys to me for now. Yes, I saw that one, Scott. So what, I'm going to read it. I want to bum you, family-friendly stream my frothy pickle.
You should make your way through these woods with caution.
Scott, I think that's tame. Now, if I want recommendations, anybody also in the scientific community on the channel, on Geiger counters, because I might be needing one for a project coming up. Michael, I don't know really. I mean, I've got the usual multi-pens we've been doing, but I've got a new clutch pencil coming. I've got a few mechanical pencils that were a bit hit and miss, but they were 0.7mm HB lead, so I know that's going to get some lead in your proverbial pencil thinking about those. But yeah, the clutch pencil has got a 2mm HB shaft, so let me know if that's something of interest to you. Ah, so Becky, tell me. Yeah, demonetized. So Becky, what I need to know, I'll talk to you about the more specifics later. But if I'm looking to buy a radiation counter, one, do they care of what kind of radiation they're exposed to? So do you have to get one within the particular type of radiation you're interested in? And two, do they come in different ranges? So how many like sieverts do I need to be able to max out on? Or do they all cover a range that covers appropriate human exposure? Because I think with radiation, like most things like that, it's not to do with that sort of peak radiation, but it's also for how long. And also, is it worthwhile considering one that has a the ability to log the data? Oh, nice work. So I've lost 1 man. I think that's a lot less men than I've usually lost here. So Michael, you prefer mechanical pencils? Oh, ooh, hello. Do you prefer mechanical pencils compared to pens, Michael, or do you just, you know, prefer them than regular pencils? The Membari. Strange there wasn't ever a Babylon 5 real-time strategy game. Becky, I'm trying to remember the range, but I'm thinking, is it 300? I don't know if it's 300 sieverts or 300 millisieverts. I will have to check what's the likely exposure. Okay, so they'll just measure all types. Perfect. I guess if you can detect anything over an alpha, it doesn't matter, does it? Because if a gamma comes in, it's going to set it off anyway, right? Oh, Kevin, fountain pens are fantastic. I think they're my favourite type. I don't think you can go wrong on a fountain pen if you want that, you know, pretty neat, neat work. Boom. Oh really, Bard Snaggerwork? You only exclusively. So even in your pocket you carry a fountain pen. I mean, that's classy, isn't it? I'm just trying to look around. I've got 2 fountain pens on the desk at the moment. One which is this stupid thing. It's heavy, unbalanced. Had my name on it. Someone gave it to me, but it's lost the tinning where they've done it, so it's cheap. And then this one's a sort of Pierre Cardin one, and it's really scratchy and horrible. So the best fountain pens I find, though, are the ones which just you buy for school, like a W.H. Smith, cheap as you like one. Let's get out of here. The Pilot Kakuno. Well, we'll have to have a go at the old Pilot Kakuno. Come on, come on. Nice. That was some good pike action there. Not sure of the accent. The cheaper the better when it comes to pens. No, well, actually, I don't know. These uni jet streams, they are pretty cheap though, aren't they? I mean, I think it's like the really good pens have become really affordable, and then what were the affordable pens have just become absolutely dirt cheap. There we go. Get him! Nice. Looks like we might just do this. Patience, bit of patience. So there are 5 over there. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a patrol. All right, this is definitely the way you've got to go. Let's take it easy. So Kevin, when you say fill the cartridges, were they disposable cartridges but you just refilled them? Because I remember the pens that specifically wanted to have use the ink bottle had their own various suction mechanisms. The worst one being the Parker sort of bladder with a really crap, horrible spring. The best being the ones which just had literally a syringe in the pen. Those were pretty damn good. Bardsnagger, we have to talk pens one day. I also like the idea of crafting a decent pen one day, because you can buy all the different tips and nibs and all of that lot and turn your own pen, but I always wonder if they're going to come out a bit... arts and crafts when you're done. Disposable platinum cartridges. Yeah, I remember W.H. Smith's. Kevin, W.H. Smith's was a real... I used to just sort of rock up there and buy the bags. Do you remember you used to get a bag of like, I don't know, 50 cartridges or 20? Go with your mum. I haven't, Neil. I have to take a visit. I would... If I told you how many requests I get for Pen Island videos, it's absolutely amazing. I didn't... It was sort of half parody, half real, just because I had the pens. And then just loads of people just really are into it. So it's great. I guess it's the common, you know, if you're rich or poor, educated, uneducated, well, less uneducated, everybody needs a pen in their life. And, by the way, anybody interested in the Mega Drive video, I actually have it on the left-hand side screen. I finished the first part today. I was going to send it tonight, but it is 4 hours long, and while I'm rendering, I can't stream, but I really wanted to stream and play some games today. But stay tuned for that. That's going to come out tomorrow. And the second part will hopefully be in quick succession. But I think you'll enjoy that if you like listening to me talking about technical things. Becky has sent a link. Okay, I'm going to push escape so we can come back to that. And let's have a look at the old link that Becky sent me. And it's... yeah, why is it talking about YouTube? Ah, okay. So it's a uranium glass Geiger counter check source. So it's actually a bit of radioactive glass, is it, Becky? That looks cool if it is. Why have they got that weird keyring though? What's that for? Uranium glass. So is it just a byproduct of something that's being smelted? Becky, that's going to be really useful to find, because if I do get a Geiger counter, I can calibrate it on that, and then I can use the counter over there and try to find that radioactive source that I've lost. I'm really aware that I have no idea where that is, so it would be awesome to use that. I could actually just even do a video of me holding the counter with the camera, and we'll go around and see if we can find that, because that's almost like that is an actual real world use for me. You know how tiny those little sources are, and there is one there, and I'm less bothered about it, you know, getting me on the skin, but I don't want to accidentally sort of consume it. So yeah, Edwin, hello to you. So it's UV, the glass glows. Okay, I see you, Becky. If it reacts to a UV light, awesome. Why are they walking so bloody slowly now? Something wrong here. I don't know if I've affected the speed, but look at their legs. Anyway, fair enough. Let them get back to the base. There's no speed option here, is there? Gameplay. Game speed 40. Well, let's make it 46 then. Yeah, it doesn't make much difference. Leave it be. Becky, I was looking. I'll tell you what the one I was looking at, right? It was on eBay or Amazon, I think it was. It had the ability to have, has like a graphing screen on it. It did, it measured the dose over a time base, which was good. It measured obviously the peak dose, and it had the ability to log. So if you plugged it into USB, you could export the data. Edwin, this is Stronghold Legends. So you've got your knight, by the way. So every tower needs a knight. So you should be able to click him in the keep, and off you'll go. Then it'll be mission complete, hopefully. It only took us like 10 goes to do this mission, which is pretty interesting. So, oh, Neil, stop it, Pen Island. Take me to Pen Island, Andrew. Okay, hang on, Neil. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look in my. I do have something then. Okay, Neil has prompted me to to do an unprepared Pen Island video as part of this stream. And I'm rooting around in my very, very personal drawer here for a specific pen I would like to show you because I think you've earned it. I can't find it, but I can find the other pen. Oh no, here's it. Right, so you'll have to wait for the actual main part. So here we go. Neil, just for you, sir. I would have liked to show you the Faber-Castell clutch pencil, but I can only show you its refills. These are the 2mm HB, 10 in each pack, and of course the nib sharpener, the tip sharpener. But in lieu of that one, I can go further to show you the pencil. This is a B pencil, and that actually has this rather wonderful protector that you can keep it in, that you can actually clip to your pocket. So it's got the old pocket protection, and if you pull the end out, you do have the pencil sharpener attachment in there, so that's all your pencil sharpening needs. And it does have quite a rather nice eraser. However, if you don't want to wear down your eraser too much, you can use the Faber-Castell slide out eraser. It's kept nice and clean in its protective pouch, and it does a nice little hole so that when you're working, sitting on the desk, you can rest your pen in there. So I will show you that clutch pencil when it surfaces. I do feel that maybe someone has stolen that out of my drawer. Not knowing, of course, that it is a good one. And as a sneak peek, because of there are some patrons here, and I feel to give you something that little bit extra, a little bit of a thank you. This is a lead-free pencil by, I can't remember how you pronounce it. Is it maybe LXL? And it has a tip on it that contains a small amount of actual lead. As you know, if you use solder and you rub solder on a piece of paper, it will leave a mark. That's what that pencil does. But the downside is, so it's a never-ending pencil, but you can't erase it because it isn't graphite. And we'll continue to the game. We're not going to ignore the objectives as usual. Are you going, Edwin? Oh dear, I'll catch you again, Edwin.
I imagine you will want to waste no time in preparing our defenses.
Oh dear, Saxons. Pencils are great. Pens are friends. And so are pencils. Welcome to my Pen Island. Alright, so finally we can place some military buildings. So we do have our towers, so we can place our barracks and our armory. I'm going to place a barracks right away, because without a barracks you can't get all your men, and we all need some men in our lives. And your armory is used to store obviously weapons that your armourer will make, but do we actually have an armourer here somewhere? Maybe not, doesn't matter though, they might just turn up. Now if you want to protect your lord in the tower, in the keep, always leave a few soldiers in there with him, because as he dies, it's game over. Custado! Don't dive into high-end pens, people. Yeah, that's it. We're not going to be going on our, like, Mont Blanc. This, that, and the other. Custado, I'm sure you've just missed the Pen Island special. Right, let's produce some troops. Man-at-arms.
Recruits needed, sire.
Recruits needed. So what you need to do, you'll see here, there'll be a spinning thing normally goes on there, and that's people coming to your village or people leaving. So you do want people to turn up, because you'll need them for recruits, and you'll need them to build your granaries. And what the hell are these people doing? Those are weird. Oh, they're bad guys! Bad guys. Oh, we're under attack already. Look, they're already trying to get into the bloody... Right, I think we got them. Wow, that escalated quickly. That was weird, wasn't it? Custado, Pen Island. Exactly, that's what I meant. Pen Island. Really? That must have been some crazy pens. Floating Fat Man, evening. How the heck are you?
The Pictish boat warriors are making for our shores again.
Ah, the Pictish boat warriors. That's who they are. Look. Oh, I've seen those in Wales. That's a coracle, that is. They be rowing in on their coracles. Costado, are you just maxed out on hotel pens, which have like about one piece of ink in them, one page worth of ink maximum? Floating Fat Man, I think most people are reasonably well. I'm a little tired. I did a bit of driving last night because we had a whole bash. Neil is the Bashmeister General. And I went, I don't know where we were, Bridgewater, and there was an arcade there. Oh, there's an apple farm. There's loads of things here to do, to build. Wood camp. Ah, wood camp for weapons. You need that for weapons. What else do we do? Ah, the pole turner's workshop. So remember I was saying about the armory? If you don't have a pole turner, you can't build anything. Becky, let's have a look at your suggestion. Becky's got us a little suggestion for the other little bit of science we're trying to do while we're playing. Up on there. Oh no, what have I done? Click the wrong thing. Go to site. That's so cheap. Becky, I'm going to type something to you on the Discord. Because I'm working on a top secret project, but I'm going to ask you something in that one, and you can answer me in the Discord or answer me in the YouTube if the answer you give me is like a yes/no answer. Right, there we go. So we're back to the game. That's a very good price though, isn't it? 20 quid. It'd be very what about if you got one and then all of a sudden it's going off in your house like mental because you got like a radon gas deposit somewhere? Oh. Don't worry, troops, you'll be dead soon. Right, so we've got our wood camp, but we need our pole turner. So it needs 50 wood. And how much wood have I got? Where the heck have we got wood? I'm looking at the top of the screen and all around, see the resource things, but I can't see anything. I'm guessing because it's got 50 and in brackets a 2, it just means we've got 50 out of 2. Gamma ray beam emitter. It may well be considered a linear accelerator. If it goes wrong, Becky, I will become green and big, but unfortunately the green and big will probably be on parts of my body I would wish did not go colossally deformed. And interestingly enough, I think that radiation source I've gotten lost in the back office that I've extracted from smoke detectors, I think that won't penetrate this skin, but it will, if you ingest it, will get stored in your testicles and irradiate you from within forever. So yeah, don't eat stuff like that. Especially if it's got that sort of red warning thing that looks like 3 triangles with a picture of a skull on it. Cool, now we've got enough to build a pole turner's workshop, so I'm going to pop it right there. No, here's a good place. The thing with pole turners, they have to go back and forth to the armory and to the wood source. Uh-oh. We've got a serious war of attrition with these bloody guys who keep turning up. Come on now. Oh, nice one. Alright, so Bard Snaggle's posted a link. I'm just going to... I shall allow it. Let's see what you've got to say. There you go, Bard Snaggle. So everybody can see the link to your expensive pen. 402k for a pen. That's insane. I mean, if the pen itself, though, is encrusted in diamonds and jewellery, it's not really a pen, is it? It's just you're paying for the precious metals and stones, aren't you? It's not a writing implement per se, though, is it? Becky, thanks for that answer. That's incredibly useful. It could be the difference between me harming myself or not harming myself. So, judging by what I've asked you, though, Becky, what do you think? Does that sound like maybe there's some exciting projects ahead? Nice work. It was his daily use. But was he like a billionaire or a millionaire? You know, was he just some rich guy? And it's just to him, he doesn't have anything else to spend his money on. Where are the soldiers? The soldiers are coming. I'm really quite alarmed about this. So why am I having so much trouble getting wood? Wood. I need wood, people. Wood camp. Pole turner's workshop. Stockpile. I'm going to build another wood camp because I think if you're in the process of trying to get wood, you need as many fit men on it as possible. Okay, there we go. Let's do that. So yeah, Becky says, it's exciting, yes, as long as you protect yourself. I'm going to definitely do that. And it's the mysteries of radiations you can't see are incredibly scary. So Winsome Hacks just tuned in time to hear discussion about irradiated testicles. I think that's always the best time to join the discussion, really, no matter where you are. So Bard Snaggle, yes, it sounds like he is sort of a wealthy guy. We don't seem to see Apache flaking on stream. No, I don't have any flatchy paking, some patchy flaking going on just yet because I've not. I'm preparing myself properly at the moment. But lead pants might be advisable because, you know, it's really funny how the attenuation of exotic particles is quite interesting, the shield. If you go to around here, you can go to see some really nice, there's a particle accelerator, which is the diamond light source, which is, I don't know, Becky, how do you describe it? It's basically a bright friggin' light. It's, I don't know how you quantify it or how high it is up on the sort of photon spectrum. But it's bright enough to once it hits things. Oh gosh, hang on. We've got war here. We've got war. Come on now. War. And what else do we have? We have the Joint European Taurus. That's here. And then there's loads of, like, pretty much a space park here. So there's groovy stuff. Yeah, so Becky, it vaporizes things, and then you measure the vapors, and it's really funny. It's basically like a mini CERN, and you have a big circular construction with very big wires and tubes and pipes, and it's spinning stuff around. And it's got these like little valves, for argument's sake, and I'm not sure how they work. And you have these little porta cabins. They look like 40-foot containers that are arranged outside. And when the accelerator's running, it zooms it round, and every now and then it'll open a port to each one of these things, which the experiment is. And you basically hire this 40-foot container which contains all your experiment, and then they let in a little bit of this very energetic light to zap things. And it could be anything. You could be trying to see what its effect is on human skin, or I think it's just, or chemicals or whatever. They do all sorts of stuff with it. Why am I imagining Matt Berry saying electric Electric Lead expands! What would you do with it though, Becky, your 5-watt laser? I mean, I've seen some pretty exciting lasers in my time, and when you fire them off, they just look like this insane beam of light. But they look bloody scary. Look what those buggers did. Becky, I've got... let's... Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Praise the Lord. Merlin has arrived, my liege.
Oh, Merlin!
You have need of me. Weapons needed, sire.
God.
What is it?
Can you really do that with one of those lasers? Because I've... like... laser cutters have like 60-watt laser tubes and they can't do anything. I say they can't do anything. They can't do anything to like things like bodywork of a car or steel. They might like vaporize the paint or anodizing.
No food distributed this month.
Hooray! Victorious. I remember seeing people putting like black sellotape on balloons and using the laser to pop the balloons.
It is us who will be under attack soon. Even with Merlin and Sir Bedivere to help us, this is going to be a tough fight.
The Saxons are coming.
At your disposal.
Right, let's get our...
Is falling.
We need our stuff built big time now. A Fletcher's workshop, a pole turner's workshop, an ox tether, stone quarry, wood camp, stockpile. Let's get our wood camps back action again.
A small group of soldiers are heading to the castle.
Let's get up another pole turners. Oh, the pole turners workshops are pretty much gone. Let's see if we can get a load of those because we're really out of spears. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? I suppose it makes sense you can't send out your troops unarmed. What wattage are the lasers you get in those CNC machines that you can buy now? They're pretty interesting. Also, you can get solid-state lasers, I'm sure, for laser cutters that'll be much higher than 5 milliwatts. But are they saying, when you say a laser, I guess you're talking about a handheld thing.
We are under attack.
There we go.
Your men-at-arms are ready. Forward.
Nice. Get them over there. Becky, aren't those hair-removing gadgets not actually laser, though? I thought they're basically based on camera flash technology. Is it actually a real laser, or is it just a glorified camera flash? Food. Okay, what do we need to make food? More apples? Can you imagine that if all you had to eat is apples? Not more bloody apples! Oh, those coracle bloody bastards are there. Piss off. Come on.
Yes, sir. Back the double.
Jesus Christ.
Sir. Attack.
Oh, they can destroy those things so easily as well.
Stay close.
Stay close to me. Another wood camp needed. Ooh, hello.
Band of enemy troops headed this way. Your command.
Strong woodsman.
Men-at-arms. Forward.
Back from a flat battery, but you caught your pen review. I'm glad on that, Neil. It was specially for you. I hope you felt... Did you feel that was worth the £2, or do you need me to put on a little private performance for you later? A little special video on my Pen Island special. Oh, I see, Becky. So some are flash, some are laser. Understood. Is there any more permanence? Laser sounds like it could be more permanent to me than the flash. Oh, I see. But as you say, the flash ones are better as they do a larger area at once. So The idea is that most things would regrow no matter how you zap them. £2 well spent. But I think, Neil, that the star of that review would have been the clutch pencil. So I'm going to have to try to source that to be totally fair to you. Oh, hang on. Okay, so I've got some green guys coming. Let's do some realign our battlefield. Oh, I think I like it this way anyway. I'm going to have 2 rows of men, one in front of the other, so that they can. How do you bloody do that? Right, there you go. Do you know what I mean? So they do that thing where while the first one are fighting, the second row is spearing. Oh, I could have archers if I had some Fletchers. Let's get some Fletchers. Fletcher. I be Harold Fletcher. There we go. They're really. Why are people unhappy though?
Granary stocks are growing, sire.
Oh, they got apples. They're unhappy because they just have to eat apples. Gosh, Craig. Your chat's going off the. I see you're a god of something, and I need to see it. I'm going to pop out my chat, so I can elongate it to the fullest of the screen. Right. So yeah. So Craig says he would hate to bloody only eat apples. Fair enough. And something. Let's see. £2 well spent. So yours is a Rio Salon. What else can we super chat you to do, Neil? I don't know really. There's a lot of things. If you remember the song in the car yesterday about £1,000,000, there's a lot of things I'd do for £1,000,000. So yeah, Yorkshire pudding talk is getting me hot under the collar with gravy and roast beef and roast potatoes and veg. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need any complicated, I think. Sometimes. Oh no, where's my. Oh, phew. The game was scrolling off the screen. I don't know, like when you go to a fancy pub, sometimes they do, instead of a proper Yorkshire pudding that's like a bowl full of gravy and veg, it's just like a weird triangular piece of Yorkshire pudding batter that looks like an apple turnover. Why are people leaving? They should be happy. Oh, you could build a gatehouse and a wall and everything. Cockpiss. Could have already had that going on. The castle is enclosed. Too close to the enemy. I like how they're bringing siege weapons in already. Bastards. Stay close. We can't see a path. Men at arms. Forward. I like how they're destroying a bit of wall that's inconsequential, really. Go nuts, guys. It's fine. Destroy them!
People are coming to the castle.
I don't know if I don't mind a really huge Yorkshire pudding, like a massive one that's like a Yorkshire pudding plate. I think that's good. I really like that. Oh, come on. Someone build some bloody Fletchering things. Right, well, I've got a little bit of a breathing space. I think it's time to fortify my walls. I'm going to fortify my walls, Lord Athskur. I'm trying to think, Neil, what that song we were listening to in the car was about the £1,000,000. Boom. So I can see why you've got the option now in the game for mining stone. Oh, look, there is a stone over here. We better get some stone mined then, haven't we? Stone quarry. There we go. Quarry it. Ox tether. I don't know how ox tethers work, but I'm going to put one each end and maybe they'll load up with stone. If we had archers now, that would be amazing because they would just be dashing at the top of the wall, caning everybody. But we have one archer. Okay, I've got an idea though. If we've got any stone whatsoever, we might be able to build the stairs. We don't. Bollocks. Then at least your guys can go up to the top of the wall and they'll just chuck their little spears down. There was a song with featured Jade's mum and the withered hand, but I don't think that was that particular song. But I'll research it for next time. And as part of the super chat, I can perform that for you if you'd like. And then really well and truly get my YouTube channel banned forever. I like that they can't get round this. I reckon I could get round that in real life. Look, they're on the battlements. Look at that. I love stupid AI. Oh no, they're not stupid. They're killing me with arrows on my own wall. The walls. If there was ever a point in my life where I wished I hit save game, it's now. I say it's now, it's 10 minutes ago. So, where are we? So, if someone buys a super chat for a sexy wink, would you do it? What's a sexy wink? Is that with my face? Or is that with some other part of my body? If it's with my face, I could probably manage it, although I'm not sure how sexy it would be. I mean, that's a very objective thing, really. I say objective, subjective. I'm talking crap. With your face. I would give you a sexy wink with my face without a super chat, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know how it's... Ooh. Ooh. Hello, sailor. Oh, there you go. That's lots of left eye winking there. Craig, we have to ignore you. Today is a family-friendly day. It's working for you. Oh, what's happened? The bastards are breaking my bloody wood piles again. Merlin's saying there's no rest for Merlin, but he's done pretty much sod all to protect these friggin' wood things from getting mashed. Dag nammit, Merlin. Is it I can't build even? Where's the enemy? Bloody enemy.
We are your men. We are on our way.
We are on our way. We should see what the mission is actually. Capture the stone circle. Where is that? Is that it? Baddies.
Can't reach there, sire.
I'm not sure what the stone circle is. Oh, is it that thing? Oh. So you're in, you found your vacation bard, a sailor. I think you'd make a good sailor because I hear you've got good sea legs, and you've got leadership qualities. You know how to handle all the seamen.
Deploying. Hurrah for Merlin. Woodsmen have seen a band of enemy troops headed this way.
Yeah, it did say I did read that right. Capture the stone circle, but if I hit it, it doesn't tell me where it is.
Archers moving. And troops are under attack. The men are in good spirits. Woman, on the move.
On the move. Oh, look, Merlin's got like lasers. Shh.
Setting out. Good. Our bows grow impatient. Sire, in your name.
Go on, Merlin. Look at that.
Woodsmen have seen a band of enemy troops headed this way.
I'm so screwed.
By the dragon's blood.
Winsome Max, yeah.
We are under attack. Watch for thee.
Oh, this is awful. There's this point in any kind of
Yes, my lord.
RTS type game where you already know you've lost. And it's really stressful. Let's see if we can turn this round. I mean, how long does it literally take to make a thing? Let's see.
Oh, my leg's giving me chip again. Blessed thing.
It's just a guy moaning, really, that he's taking ages to build anything. Oh, we actually have quite a lot of stone, though. Duh.
We are under attack.
Come on, how do we build a wall? Alright, great. So you can't build even your own walls anymore. Okay, no, that's alright. The enemy's wandered off somewhere. Right, so we've got some steps, though. We might be able to get some up there. I think we've got to get outside, really, and just face these archers.
As you command. Watch for me.
I don't know. I don't think it's historical, Custado. There's a lot of different versions of this game. I mean, some of them may be more historically accurate, but yeah, I don't think this one's claiming to be. But I'm trying to think, which game was it where you follow like Joan of Arc and stuff? I think it was Age of Empires had a few sort of stories that were like that. These guys are such wimps. Oh.
You do not have enough gold to train this unit.
Right, how do we get gold? Well, maybe I'm not taxing people enough. Reports. Tax. People are really happy about the tax because they're not paying enough. There we go, let's tax them. That's the problem. You see there was no gold coming in because I wasn't taxing people adequately. Oh, there was an Age of Empires. Age of Empires had the encyclopedia thing. I can't remember that, you know. I might get Age of Empires again because it was such a great game, wasn't it? Joan of Arc is an Amiga game. Empire Earth. Age of Empires 2. I tell you what, I don't think there's a way I can just build enough resources now.
Recruits needed, sire.
Ah. So now because the taxes are high, or relatively high, people aren't turning up. Come on now. There used to be an indicator on early incarnations of this game that would show you how quickly you were recovering something. Come on, Merlin. Nice. Merlin is kick-ass, to be honest with you, in this.
The stockpile is full, my lord.
The stockpile is full? Of what? Stone. Maybe we can build a secondary defense here. No. Nowhere.
Too close to the enemy to build.
What about here?
Too close to the enemy to build. Too close to the enemy.
It's over! Someone suggests something else. I'm not sure I can take any more of this bloody game. It's either that or I'm going to go to bed. Go watch a movie. The stockpile is full, my lord. Oh, look at that. What is that? Wood. That one thing that we couldn't get enough of. I was struggling with my wood. And now there's just too much, if anything. We should have built loads and loads and loads and loads of these archer guys.
The stockpile is full,
Arrow making guys.
recruits needed, sire.
Joan of Arc had to admit to the church that it was a demon that spoke to her in the church grounds that started her quest to get rid of the English. Really? I don't know anything about Joan of Arc, although I think there was a movie quite a while ago about it. Did it star the Resident Evil lady in it? I think that's her official name. Residente Evil. Oh, I should have built a wall on these bits. That's the strategy, isn't it? Build a bloody wall to stop those bloody coracle boat bastards. Look. David, what a dickhead. Right. Boom.
Woodsmen have seen a band of enemy troops headed this way.
Damn it! That's what a castle is, isn't it? And then you could get arrow men up there. Come on now. Let's see if we can turn this around. We've got big stockpiles. We just got to get people to turn up. Let's turn. No tax. Oh, it's Vovovic. That was it. Mija Vovovic. Multipass. Corbin Dallas. I like that. I said Corbin Dallas. What character was bloody that? Was it the Crankies? I don't remember them in the Fifth Element. Okay, for the chat, name a Luc Besson movie that wasn't Fifth Element. Starting from now. Chicken Good. Chicken Good multipass. Plays Oh, Rika. Plays pop multipass. Why can't I build that now? Oh, because you need 500 gold, and I've only got 49. Can I sell? Sell. I think you can sell. You can sell. Sell stuff. Can I sell from here too? No. There's no one. Nobody wants what I've got. No, I can. Selling word. I'm selling my word. Got me some good stuff to buy. Right, now we've got another stockpile capacity. Well, I can afford a stockpile now, but it's not... Whoa, what the hell was that? Leave me be.
Recruits needed, sire.
So what would you do? Maybe I can pay people to turn up if I just turn taxes. Small bribe, large bribe. Okay, bribes. That's how you do it. So Taxi, was that Luc Besson? Leon, Valerian, Big Blue. I love Valerian. I love Leon. Leon. Do you see how I did that? French. Big Blue. Yes, not Deep Blue. La Femme Nikita. Biker Mice from Mars. Is that really what he did? I do quite like that. Oh, come on. Okay, it was a bad choice of leads, but it was a good movie. If you haven't seen Valerian, see it. The opening sequence itself is... People are coming to the castle. No shit, are they? The opening sequence alone is fantastic. Oh, we've got our archers here now. We've only got one, so I'm going to put him on top of that keep thing. Floating Fat Man, it is good, isn't it? Custado, yes. We're on the pro-Valerian team. I like that. Team V. Team V. Oh, I'm still paying people to turn up, aren't I? Uh-oh. Come on, Merlin! No, you pooing poo. Bloody thing. Rah. Valerian. Now, Valerian, though, is based on a comic, I think. And it's about someone called... I don't know. Is it Valerian and Passepartout? Valerian. The city of 1,000 planets. That is indeed Luc Besson. But let's see what it made. Budget was 197 million. I don't know if that includes marketing or not. And it made 225 million in the box office. So it must have cost somebody a pretty penny. But yeah, I agree, Floating Fat Man. I think it's about time there's some good sci-fi. And I thought the Valerian thing was pretty good. Oh, I've got some settings here. All these settings. I did have one which would have a decent sort of full-size camera, but God knows where that's gone. Just got a little me in the corner is absolutely fine. French comic film didn't do too good. Yeah, so no doubt you'll get a sequel. Definitely not going to get a sequel, I'm sure. Now, did you watch on Netflix this show that's set in a like a rocket ship It's a TV show, and they're all like an experiment on a rocket ship. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I can't even remember what it's bloody called. But it's quite good. There's some good sci-fi on Netflix. So, Becky, how do you even say that? Emily movie? I have seen the adverts for this movie, but I've no idea what it is. Let's see what it gets. 8.3. Crikey. Been watching my language today. No, not as much effing and jeffing as usual. So it gets 8.3 out of 10 on IMDb. So if you're an IMDb fan, really, I think pretty good movies are about a 6. To be honest, a 6 would be an okay movie on IMDb. So an 8.3 would be really good. So what kind of movie is it? Is it a... I'm not going to play the trailer in case I get, again, spanged for that. She's an innocent and naive girl in Paris with her own sense of justice. She decides to help those around her and on the way discovers love. That sounds really good. Is it anything like Chocolat? I really liked Chocolat. And I'm saying it in the, of course, correct way, which is a British person trying to do a French pronunciation without really knowing how the French would pronounce it. So it's very French. It's very French. I think it probably is something I'd quite like to watch. Oh, okay. Let's, if you don't mind, I'm going off away with the video games a little bit, but I would like to click on some of them more like this, because let's talk about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which 1 is a fantastic movie, and 2 features an Amstrad PPC, portable PC, like 512, I think. So go watch it again. Movie's alright, but the Amstrad PPC in it is a highlight of that. But I will try that movie out. Everybody suggested it. If you promise to go and watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, because it's... I don't know what it was when I watched it. I avoided watching it for so long because... how you think a movie's going to be one way and eventually nothing else to watch. You're on a plane or something and you've watched all the X-Men movies. And it turned out to be completely unlike what I thought it was, and it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, definitely watch that one. And I'll just read this out before I go to the next one. When their relationship turns sour, a couple undergoes a medical procedure to have each other erased from their memories. It's almost like a spoiler in the actual thing. Oh, Memento! Memento. If you haven't seen Memento, it's an excellent movie. Again, Guy Pearce in movies, and he's in a sci-fi movie actually, by the way, which is kind of a bit... it's alright, watch it. It's set on a space station thing. Guy Pearce movies are often a little bit poo. But Memento's not one of the poo ones. It's really good. And you can see it has an 8.5 out of 10. And I've just noticed now, the woman in the background, it features the Matrix movie. So that's good too. It's really hard to describe. Just watch it because it's good. And as Bard Snagglebug has said, Memento's a wonderful film. Das Boot. Oh my gosh. If ever there's a fantastic movie that everybody should watch, it's The Boat, or Das Boot. I like the cinema cut. I don't like there's a TV series thing which you can get, but I prefer to watch the all-in-one cinema cut. And there's a bit at the beginning, I'll just tell you about the opening sequence. It's this really foggy, underwater, murky thing, and then all of a sudden you see the boat coming. And I'm trying to remember what the tune is. I'm wondering... You can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Is the tune the one that goes... Is that the tune for... I think it is. It's definitely one. And it's the only war movie I've ever watched where I'm like, curse you, allies, you bloody bastards. Because, of course, it's filmed entirely from the perspective of the U-boat crew, who are obviously on the Axis side. I'm going to say they're on the Axis side, but I'm not convinced they're Nazis. if you get what I mean. I mean, it's kind of like, it's very interesting, and it does make you think a little bit about that. And I was speaking to Neil about that not so long ago, actually yesterday, about some of these things, perspective from the regular frontline and soldiers and people who are more or less press ganged into fighting. Right? Remember, people are press gang. You will fight the enemy. You will fight the enemy. No, I don't want to fight the enemy. Or I'll kill you. Or I'll kill your family. And you're like, all right then. There's a lot of that going on, and I think in Das Boot it kind of did twist that round a bit. It's really good. Watch it. Watch it. Right, where are we? Sorry, I was just catch up. Well, Neil says, when I lived in France, the French loved Love Actually. Okay, good. I've never watched Love Actually. Maybe I need to see that one. They did Memento on Riff Tracks. It's rather funny. And Sharknado. I don't know what Riff Tracks is, but I'll probably have to catch that, Becky. Rong Fei Hung says, watch a 3.5-hour German version of English. I think you have to watch the German one with English subtitles. Do not watch a dub. Watch the German one with English subtitles. Because, and if you're watching anime and everything, do that. You will lose the acting if you're watching a dub. Do not watch a dub. Right. Where are we? Oh gosh. And Bard Snaggleback says you should try to watch movies with their original audio anyway. Exactly. You fell in love with Dread 2008 after your friends dragged me to see it in the theatres. Which one was Dread 2008? Is that the one with Stallone or the one with Carl Urban? Let me know. I actually liked the one with Stallone in it. I thought that was an okay movie, but I absolutely fell in love with the Carl Urban one. He is fantastic. Time Trap. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to go and see what Time Trap's about. But I really hope that they do make another Dread. They have to make another Dread. I insist on it. So what else have we got here? We have got... Oh! I was going to say, let's go through it. We've got The Prestige, Fight Club, Inception, Reservoir Dogs, Requiem for a Dream, and Seven. The movie, if I was going to watch any movie out of that, gosh, I would say watch Inception, because it's kind of sci-fi and it's fantastic. However, I'm going to go for The Prestige, which is also being classified as sci-fi. I guess it is, really. There was two movies at the sort of same time as when The Prestige came out. There was The Prestige and another one, and both of them were about magicians. In the chat, can you remember what is the other movie that came out at a similar time that was also about magicians? But yeah, that's not a bad movie there, really. Inception is absolutely fantastic all the way down. Interstellar, we've done Interstellar a lot on this channel. It's brilliant. What else? The Departed, Seven. I think out of all of these, though, I probably would watch Seven if I'm going to watch a movie tonight, for example. It's a movie I don't think it gets... it's been forgotten about. That's basically the way I would describe it. It's a forgotten movie, but it's a very good movie. And of course it stars a younger Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, being 1995. Can you imagine being... How long ago is 1995 now? Could it really be that long ago? Probably, because we're getting old now. Some older than others, Neil. Forrest Gump, Matrix, blah blah. I mean, Matrix. Which was the best Matrix movie in your opinion? Oops. Drop me pen there. I'm just gonna pick that up because a dropped pen is a broken pen, as we know, especially one which has a long pointy proboscis like that one. So yeah, The Matrix, and everybody in the chat saying the first one. I think the first one is tolerable, totally. But the second and the third, for their budget, I thought were pretty meh. But that's because I don't think they're true sci-fi. It's weird. It's like sci-fi that's been watered down for the masses. I think that's fair enough, wouldn't it, to say that? But if you want to see a Keanu Reeves movie, though, that is good, and is sci-fi. I think Johnny Mnemonic. I don't know. JONNYNMEN. Spelt it wrong. Let's see what it comes up with. God, how do you spell mnemonic? Mnemonic. Johnny. I just put Keanu Reeves. Let's work through his biography till we can learn. I did Grammarly. Curse you, Grammarly. You're gonna Johnny Mnemonic. Win some hacks. Let's go for your spelling. Win some hacks. Yeah, right away. Boom. Oh, come on, Becky. It was good. Johnny Mnemonic is good. What's wrong with it? What didn't you like about it? It's so cyberpunk. And it sounds good already. Listen. A data courier literally carrying a data package inside his head must deliver it before he dies from the burden or is killed by the Yakuza. I don't see anything in that that is not to like. It's not a great film, but it deserves better, says Winsome Hacks. I mean, it's okay. Becky, it's fine. It's a fine movie. Okay, Becky, would you compare Johnny Mnemonic to RoboCop 3? Johnny Mnemonic to RoboCop 3. I mean, RoboCop 3 was a bad movie, but I don't know. I don't agree. This is a bad movie. Now I'm just wondering. I noticed a photo here. Was this lady, which says Dina Meyer? Was she or was she not Dizzy in Starship Troopers? Answers on the postcard. You're not going to win really anything of me today. I don't have a prize. I'm too lazy to have a look. If you win this, you will get a sexy wink as given to Bart Snagglebug. So he will not be the only one who gets a sexy wink. Win some hacks. Ooh, hello, sailor. You got it. Well done. I think I mentioned somewhere on a tweet, whatever, but I'm reading Starship Troopers, the book. And I'm actually reading it. I'm not listening to Audible. I'm reading it with my eyes. And it is fantastic. So if you haven't done that, go read it. And this is just to remind me, I was just about to talk a little bit about John Wick. Because I have not seen the sequel to John Wick. But I saw the first movie. And again, I don't know what I was expecting when I put that on to watch it. But it was amazing. Go watch John Wick. Oh, I hope the sequel's good, because I do like a sequel. Baby Driver. It was a really good movie. I thought that was a fantastic movie, but unfortunately it does star pedo guy. What's his name? Is it P? Hang on a minute. I did call him pedo guy. He wasn't a pedo guy. I take that back. He's not. Is he? Hang on a minute. Kevin Spacey. What was he done for? General sex offendery stuff. I'm going to say that, but that means now it's tainted. I can't watch Baby Driver anymore. Yeah, thanks, Winsor Spacey. Bard Snagglebug, Dread. Yeah, I've seen Dread, and I think it was amazeballs. Kingsman. Okay, I think we should talk about Kingsman a little bit. If you haven't, do yourself a little favour and watch Chav James Bond in Kingsman. I think it's a fair assessment, isn't it? He's a kind of James Bond, but instead of being the Spacey's taint has ruined it for me, Neil. I agree. Yeah, and Wrong Face Hung. There's only one Spacey movie I can watch, right, and not be put off by his taint, and that I'll let you try to guess. I'll give you 30 seconds to have a guess on that. The one Spacey movie I can bear to watch because I'm not disturbed by his taint. Answers on the postcard. But in the meantime, Kingsman, Secret Service. I don't know what I was going to expect from that, but it is basically like Danny Dyer James Bond. So he's all like a bit about the you know, lad and all of that lot. But it's nice. It is a kind of nice modern twist on a James Bond-ish style theme, really. And you can see it's got a 7.7 out of 10, so it's doing well. So Neil says, is it American Beauty? Now, I haven't seen American Beauty, which I've heard is a great film. But now that's a Kevin Spacey movie, I'm never going to be able to watch that at all. So at least I won't feel sad about that. But the movie that I can watch that has him in it is Moon. Moon. Starring Sam... gosh, what's his name? One of my favourite actors, and I can't remember his surname. Sam... It's gone. It's gone forever. Oh, Sam Rockwell. Damn it, Kevin. You get in there. So I've got to watch some American Beauty. Sam Rockwell. Now, I've just seen this. IMDb's amazing. It just keeps hooking up stuff. Yeah, Spacey's the robot, so he's not really too... you don't get to see him too much. You don't get to see him in the flesh, as it were. Now, there's a picture here on my screen of this guy in the corner who's... gosh, what's he... Come on, here, you see that there? What's his name? Crikey, Forrest Gump guy. That movie is absolutely brilliant, though. That's Cloud Atlas, isn't it? I mean, that's definitely Cloud Atlas. And if you haven't seen Cloud Atlas, I thought that was really good. I love Cloud Atlas, but it's what's really weird about Cloud Atlas is I can't remember all of the... I'm going to look at the stars, because it had a lot of good cast in it. Look at it here. It's Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, Jim Broadbent, Hugo Weaving, Jim Sturgis, Doona Bay, Ben Whishaw, Keith David. Now it's getting a bit more... I don't know who these people are. But, oh, yeah, Susan Sarandon, Hugh Grant. Who the hell are they? But there's scenes in this where there's... I can't remember his name. It is Jim Sturgis, is it? Let me just check that. No, it's not him. I'm being really forgetful. But there's a bit in this movie where one of the actors was playing an Asian character, and I'm really pissed off. I can see it's that actor there. Let me see if I can bring the poster up. Him. I'm sure it was him. He's playing an Asian character in it, and he has a little bit of cosmetics going on. And no, Costado, you need to watch Cloud Atlas again. And then once you watch it again and watch it again. Watch it like loads of times. You can keep going and watching it every time. Oh, it's Ben Whishaw guy. That's, I don't know how you say his name. But there's this whole drama in it because, you know, no, maybe it wasn't him. Anyway. Because it was you know, cultural appropriation, and you should have an Asian actor playing that. But the thing in Cloud Atlas, it's set in kind of parallel time streams. So it is the same guy, and it's the same actor several times. So you can't have he's not Asian in all of the other timelines. And in the timeline where he is Asian, it could be set so far in the future where it's not pure Asian, it's a mixture, and it's just a genetic thing. But anyway, I think Time Atlas was absolutely... it was a really good movie, and I don't even know if a sequel's on the card. I think it was just a standalone movie, but it was absolutely fantastic. As was, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Oh, White is the new Asian, apparently, says Casado. Now, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, if you haven't seen it, stars Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett. Tilda Swinton was in it. I don't really remember Tilda Swinton's character in that. But you probably know the premise of, you know, he's sort of reverse aging in it. But there's some really amazing character in it. And he's the guy, I can't remember the name of the actor. I think he may have died now. And he was, he was in Mad Men. You might know him from Mad Men. But we're going to find him now to see if we can find the actor. But he played the sea captain in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And he was fantastico in it. Now, I don't know. I don't think it's this guy. It's definitely not him. This is crap, isn't it? I'm sure. I kind of know enough to get myself into trouble, but then Jared Harris. That's him, Captain Mike. There you go, Jared Harris. And if you have to see him in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button to really enjoy him as an actor and see some of the character, because you really get drawn in by his screen presence. So he's very good. Right, there is a link in there that Becky's posted. Let's have a little look at what you've got. I've not been quite following the chat, so that's a thing. So these are films by whom? Stronghold Legends was a United Kingdom DVD distribution company based in Hertfordshire, operating from the UK and Australia. So what did they do? Released 101 Hong Kong classic films. That sounds really good. I do like that. I do like the old Hong Kong fighting film. What's 2000 AD then? What was that one? Let's just pick up some. That's a futuristic one. I'm going to go through the list real quick with my eyes. Armour of God. That's Jackie Chan, is it not? Yeah, Armour of God. So we've seen that. Beast Cops, the big one. Dragon's Fist, Dreadnought, Drunken Master. I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. Oh, I thought you can hover over and get like an art and stuff. Definitely. I mean, most of us would have seen quite a lot of Jackie Chan movies, wouldn't we? Back in the day, Fist of Fury, Game of Death. Oh, these are really good titles. Are they still going? I mean, surely people don't buy things on DVD anymore, but I wonder if they could do like a Netflix, couldn't they? Story of Ricky. Ricky-O! 7 Swords. Twinkle Twinkle Lucky Stars. Why are there so many things, really? I'm wondering what age is the appropriate age, though, to introduce your kids to kung fu movies, because we would have watched them really young. But nowadays, I don't know. You're not allowed to do such things. There you go, Sherlock Holmes. You can't beat this bit of Sherlock Holmes. And I thought that the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes was fantastic, and Jude Law actually does play a really good Dr. Watson. So yeah. Start them on Karate Kid. That's not a bad idea, Neil. Would you start them on the original Karate Kid or the remake, though? That's the question. You know, they've got no point of reference, so I suppose... My wife's saying to me, shall we watch a film? And that's messaged an hour ago. So I'll say yes, because, okay, let's do that. Because we're choosing a film right now. Definitely we'll watch a film. The remake sucks. The remake was terrible, wasn't it? I didn't want to say it in case there was some likers in the crowd, but yeah, it was awful. But Now You See Me. I think I've seen that. Oh, I just remembered a movie. Let's see, what was it called? It's got Bureau in the title. How do you spell Bureau? Not how I've bloody written it. Bureau. There's a movie which is fantastic with the Adjustment Bureau. Is that what it's called? Was it the Adjustment Bureau? Now here's a sci-fi movie that there's a strong chance you haven't spelled. Thanks, Gustavo. You could be my Grammarly, to be honest with you today. Not a lot of people seem to have seen this movie, but I think you ought to see it. You just make the investment in time and grab it. I mean, it's got Matt Damon in it, which really, he's always good in pretty much everything he's in. Matt Damon. And it's got Emily Blunt, which Emily Blunt is fantastic. And of course, Neil, I've seen Chappie. I've Neil Blomkamp movies, and of course I'm going to find my favourite actor in Neil Blomkamp movies is, I keep forgetting, so not him. That's not Chappie. Chappie, is it IE? Isn't it IE? Is Sharlto Copley, and he is always a nutter in every movie he's in. So yeah, Chappie's great. Go see Chappie. We all know that, but I want to talk about Sharlto Copley. Is there anyone in this world who can do a sci-fi bad guy as good as him. I mean, he is absolutely the best. And if you want to see him at his best, I think Elysium. He's really horrible in Elysium. So yeah, the Chappie is good. Neil, Chappie is a weird one really, because one, it's great, but it also features a band that I quite like, is Diantwoord, and they're actually pretty good. Like Yolandi Visser was pretty good in it, and I think she was a stronger character than Ninja's character. But yeah, I thought it was good, and I think things that give robots, you know, kind of human-y emotions and things. I feel sad for robot. I don't like to see a robot getting hurt. I don't like when Boston Robotics drive around their robot cars around, and someone goes and kicks the robot to say, watch, see how good the robot is, it won't fall over, and they kick this robot mule or something. I'm like, oh no, don't hurt the robot. So it's funny, you feel more sorry for animals and robots basically than people. Although I have to admit, I wouldn't want to see someone getting kicked. I saw a thing on Reddit the other day, or was it Twitter, and it was showing a kid blowing out a candle. I don't know if you saw this, on the cake, and someone, like, I don't know what they do, pour like a thing of water over his head, then throw eggs in his face, and then throw his head in the cake, and then smash the cake and slap him around the head. And it's literally like a 3 or 4 year old kid, and I'm like, where the hell is this? I didn't even want to look at it anymore. It was so horrible. So I don't know if anyone else saw that, but that's pretty horrible. Horrible stuff. So guys, I think we're down to the last few minutes. I'm going to sign off on the hour because I need to watch a movie. We haven't literally reached a conclusion. Oh my gosh. 2 amazing sci-fis here. Look, Hardcore Henry and Edge of Tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I've got to just mention both of these really. If you have not seen it, watch Hardcore Henry. That is unique. That's a unique movie in every respect, and it's good. And again, it stars Sharlto Copley in amazing role. It's brilliant, and he's a really main character in this, Sharlto Copley. Watch Hardcore Henry if you haven't, because definitely watch that. And of course, if you want something a little bit more mainstream, Edge of Tomorrow is fantastic, and it stars, as we saw earlier, the lovely Emily Blunt. And I cannot get enough Blunt right now, really. Emily Blunt in sci-fi, that's where it's all at now. And you can see there from the screenshots, Mary Poppins 2. As a patron, I'll do like a Google sheet with the movies we should watch. When you say we should watch, we have to watch together. If you're on Discord, Bard Snugglebug, Andrew Dalton has worked out some technologies where we can all watch a movie and stream it without breaking the copyright of the movie, because we're all watching our copy of the movie, but it's synchronized. So please speak to Andrew Dalton in the Discord. Emily Blunt is Cockney rhyming slang. Don't be an Emily. Don't be an Emily. So yeah. So as a patron though, Bard Snagglebug, is the list, is the Google sheet with the movies you should watch the thing, or is some other further interaction with me, some other private interaction perhaps on the cards? Now yeah, Mary Poppins 2, I need to watch it. I don't know anybody who's seen it, but I would like to know what it's like. And of course, it does star, remember this guy we were talking about, Ben Whishaw, that we don't know how his name's pronounced, is the guy that was in the Cloud Atlas. It's all connected. It's all circular. So, tonight's movie though, guys. Come on. Give me just one suggestion. You've seen the types of movies I like. I've got to still watch something. When I go on Netflix later, I just want to sort of punch something in. Mary Poppins 2, the poppening, the full pop. Beautiful moustache. Beautiful. M-U-S-T-A. Oh, can I ask you a science question? Anybody who's still on the chat who has scientific tendencies? Dread. Oh yeah, I could watch Dread. Oh, Tremors! I like that. Oh, Time Bandit. Oh, it's so many options now. So many options. Tremors and Time Bandits. Maybe a double bill. Now, the science question I want to ask for those scientifically oriented, we've got only 2 minutes before I promised I would sign off. I looked at my beard today on my chin, and this beard, and you remember I'm kind of growing beards out every week, yeah? But this iteration of, like, this is like that movie, that Live, Die, Repeat thing, movie, is that this iteration of my boobie, this iteration of my beard, has got a significant portion of white hair. There is a lot of white chin hair coming through, and it's like a switch. All perfectly dark, 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 dark. Now there's like 10 white hairs. So what does that mean? Do I have radiation poisoning in my pancreas and other internal organs? Or is this just me getting old? Or is it some sort of physical changes due to exercise and or food and or diet and or work and or stress that may have just caused a temporary assignment or a temporary issue in my, what is it, melamine? Melamine, isn't that worktop? Melamine, creatine, something or another, pigments. Anyway, Bardsnaggle, Custado, Winsome Hacks, it could be all of those things. I might be getting old. I really am. And I'm just looking at the things. You can't spot them yet. So you've got the old chin white hairs, you've got the kind of crown starting to get a little bit thin there, you know. It's all happening. It's all downhill from here, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you so much for your suggestions. Now, sometimes I stop the stream, I was about to say good night, and then I stop the stream. But I'm going to start saying with the mobility studio. I'm not going to hit stop because as soon as I hit stop, it cuts off the stream for everybody. So what I apparently have to do is say goodbye and then wait. Wait till you see the goodbye, and then I'm going to stop the stream. Because otherwise it's just I'm talking and it cuts off, and it can cut off like a minute before I finish talking. So we're going to sit here patiently and quietly. I'm going to say, so good night everybody and have a great Monday. And then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait, going, yes, Dr. Grandjew here. Oh yeah, by the way, new, fresh out of the packet back office shirt. I lost my old one. I think maybe someone nicked it. A fan wanting to have my smell on them. And I did crack this open out of a packet to go out to the thing yesterday. Yeah, so I was sort of mumbling to myself a little bit. Somebody will tell me when they see the goodbye, I think, or they're not going to tell me and just allow me to continue rambling. It's like they're getting extra back office show stream for free, really. Craig says time for pornography. So you've rumbled me. That's what I was going to get up to. Course, instead of watching a movie with my wife, I'm just gonna sit. Oh, wrong. Fei Hung says I've said goodbye. So good night, lovelies. See you soon. Thank you for joining me in this stream. And I wanted to say, yeah, people say good night, God bless, but I'm not religious. So what can you say instead of God bless? Good night, God's bless. But that wouldn't work for atheist people. Good night, and have a good sleep, maybe.